Welcome, friends and family, to Marcy Creates. This is Marcy, and I'm delighted to bring to you a finished jewelry update of Starry Night, the 2021 Jesse James Beads mystery box theme, which just about brought tears to my eyes because I absolutely love this artist, and the colors were astounding. So I really hope that you will enjoy looking at this jewelry as much as I had creating it, because trust me, it was a labor of love. I really enjoyed working with this box. So just to give you a quick overview, I have 6 pairs of earrings that I made, and a very intricately wire wrapped necklace with some chain that came in the mix, and another necklace, kind of a three-tiered theme there. Here I did a wire wrapping focal, which we'll look at closer, to kind of mimic the swirling painting that Mr. Van Gogh so expertly did. All these colors are stunning. Here's another necklace. I used some silver silk, and the focal bead is one from my collection that went with this box perfectly. And then a beautiful, just very simple necklace, but with a very ornate tassel drop. So to get started, we'll look at the earrings first. I made a lot of earrings. All the components were just so gorgeous. I felt in love with the colors. They just make my eyes happy. I hope that they make yours happy. This pair right here, I just did simple drops. There were Hishi beads that I fell in love with, and all those colors that you saw in the postcard, everything matched perfectly. So I went ahead and did a stack of those and a simple drop. And then over here, these blown glass balls I've had forever. I don't even know where I got them. But when I pulled them out and saw how well they went with this, I had to pull them out and use them. And so those are some blown glass beads and more Hishi beads and some bead caps that I stacked. And then this pair is just a very simple but elegant crystals. I did a more crystal look here with the rhinestone rondelles, the little stars that came in the mix, and that was more of a silver pair, but I did mix some of the gold. As you can tell, the rondelles are gold. These earrings here, first of all, these boho beads are stunning. As you can see, there's an inlaid moon, and then there's sparkles that look like stars in the sky. I just couldn't get over how gorgeous those beads were, and they had to be the focal piece of something. And then each chain that we got, actually this is 2 of the chains, I used as dangles, and I just used more of those stars that we got and some of the rondelles. And these are very long, very fun earrings. Then along here, I had more of those blown glass beads in a yellow, which I pulled out. I did a macrame finding in the center there, and which I do believe I have a tutorial on somewhere for you. If you're interested in that, I will try to find that video and link that in my description for you. And then we also have more of those Hishi beads stacked and more of the stars for Starry Night. Not to be outdone, I love this pair of earrings with the stars, and I love this chain that they brought into the mix. And I used the star and the moon drop with, I took apart the chain that had the periwinkle, they had periwinkle drops on the chain, and I used them as dangles in those earrings, and they just turned out really, really fun. So the earrings I had a blast with. I just can't say enough about the colors. I just love everything. And this came together. I take my time when I make my pieces, as you all know. But I had so many ideas flying through my head on this that I worked on it pretty quickly. And then this is kind of a wire wrap fantasy necklace. As you can see, I did a lot of intricate wire work. And I took that beautiful, delicate gold chain with the findings in them. And I used that to drape. I did a star down at the bottom. And I used the drops that had the kind of the milky topaz looking stone. And then I did a little wire wrap crystal. And then the rest of it's just the chain that came in the box. I felt like that was a very monochromatic but simple but elegant treatment of those pieces. So that was another necklace I made. And it's very long. And then I did some floating crystals at the top. And then the wire at the top is from Softflex. It's one of their gold wires, which I love. I love their wire. Then coming over to this necklace, I think I used every color bead they had in the mix for this one. And I did little stations of beads, all those beautiful check beads. And then I did the Hishi beads, more check beads and crystals, Hishi beads, more check, so on and so forth. And then I did another 3-stationed wire wrapped extravaganza down at the bottom. I had a lot of fun with this because I just, my imagination just went bananas. All the stars and just the swirling. I kept thinking about all those swirling lines in the painting, and I just wanted to mimic that in the jewelry so badly and in any way that I could, that I tried to make just as many swirls as possible in as many places as possible. So this is definitely another wire wrap fantasy necklace. And each piece is simple, but when you combine them, I think that's where it looks complex. And then I just love all the different stations and how they pick up all the colors in that postcard. Then over here, I tried to do a different type of necklace for myself. This is a very offbeat way of stringing. Of course, we don't have the balance of having the same thing on the other side, but I did want to introduce the same colors. And again, I had those blown glass beautiful beads that I used. I used up the rest of those. I love that gold, that yellow spiral bead. And then down here, and we'll take a closer look at this in a minute, I did another wire wrap technique where I tried to make the swirls that were in the postcard. And this is a little bead frame that I had in my stash that I used to anchor all of the beads. And then this necklace here is a really fun necklace with I love the silver silk, how sparkly it is with all of those crystals and the Hishi beads. And again, I'm trying to pick up all those swirly, beautiful movement in the painting in this piece. And then the centerpiece, again, is one of those gorgeous, gorgeous blown glass beads that I had. I have got to find more of those because I was so happy when I found them. I think they really work nicely with this box. And I did the boho beads and the crystals and as many findings as I could find. You know, all the little spacer beads and every metal, every finish, and it all just looks so gorgeous together. And then finally, this is very simple. It's a dark blue suede, kind of a bright blue, what do you call it? Royal blue, maybe? And then I just put I stacked a bunch of soldered jump rings. These are not going to come apart, but I wanted the texture. And then I took the really huge crystal bead, and of course I used the bead caps, and I made a very big focal piece with that. I had one of these bead caps left, so I used it, and then I dangled all that beautiful periwinkle chain, and then I added some crystals at the end from the box in that necklace. So this is my collection for Starry Night. This is my tribute to Van Gogh, whom I admire, and I've always loved this painting. I mean, I really did literally about cry when I opened that box. And it just really spoke to me. And as you can see, I had a very good time with it. I really did. So I'm going to let's pull this piece down. If I can do this without knocking everything over. Because I did want to show you the wire wrapping portion of the, hopefully you can see that. So I did the spirals like in the painting in this station. This took a little bit of time, but it was worth it. So I would say, think out of the box and try something like this. That was a matter of anchoring some bigger chain. I think I did wire. I did a big spiral of wire inside this piece that I had. I anchored it, and then I started adding beads. And I think it turned out really nicely. Again, I love all the colors. Can't get enough of these colors. So I'm going to give you another little walkthrough real fast. And some close-ups. Hopefully you're going to get some good close-ups. Holding the phone as steady as I can so that you're not wobbling all over the place. But I'm very happy with this collection. And it was so much fun. So thank you, Jesse James Beads, for this beautiful box that just got my inspiration engine just going. I mean, I just fell in love with this box so much. Can't say enough about it. Every color I love. And they all just work so beautifully together. I hope that you all are enjoying this. I hope it inspires you. And if you don't have the mystery boxes coming to you, I sincerely hope you will try some sometime. They are worth it. And the mystery bead box community online with Jesse James Beads is fantastic. Everybody's so supportive and creative and really encourages one another. And it's just inspiration galore and nice people all day long. So thank you for joining me today for this Starry Night extravaganza. Wire fest. I really just went crazy with the wire, didn't I? I really like it though. I think I might be becoming a wire worker. I don't know. I seem to be doing more and more of that. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. Stay tuned for some more finished jewelry updates. I know I've been remiss in doing some, but it's because I have so many projects that I want to finish, and I want them to be worthy of you all seeing them and also being seen by others. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your support. Like and subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you on the next video.